My name is Kylar Posey, and this is my individual presentation for SYS 4592. Here is an overview of my table of contents for my presentation. As the coding lead and software engineering lead, I was responsible for choosing my team's tech stack. So, for example, we used React for the front end, Firebase for hosting, database, GitHub for version control and collaboration. And in these roles, I supported my teammates by helping them understand how to use these tools effectively, assisting with feature implementation, debugging, and resolution of any issues. I helped ensure code quality stayed consistent through regular reviews with my peers and by providing guidance on relevant libraries such as Bootstrap. And to stay organized, we used Google Docs and Sheets for documentation and a Trello board for task tracking, and VS Code as our primary development environment. And here are some examples of my group's tools in action. So for the beginning of our tools, I helped my team utilize Firebase hosting for serving our front end, and I contributed significantly to the project with this tool by developing and updating our project regularly during our sprints. We also used our API's documentation significantly to help contribute to coding logic for creation of user portfolios, news, and just assisting in the development of our core data serving routes in our backend. I contributed to my team through our utilization of Discord for communication by regularly making myself available for group meetings, organizing ideas, promoting communication of bugs and issues, and noting any important details from our group meetings with our professor. My team used Trello for organizing project tasks, and as my role as a software engineering lead, I made sure to contribute greatly to the creation and organization of project tasks and subtasks to give my team a good understanding of our goals for every sprint. For my project and as the coding lead, I chose for my team to utilize GitHub and Visual Studio Code for the creation and management of our project's code. I contributed to my team with these tools by making sure my team members checked pull requests before merging, by helping my team members understand and how to set up their coding environments, as well as answering any questions they had about the development environment when and if any arose. And finally, I contributed to our project's front end by utilizing the React framework and Bootstrap library. These tools made creating and styling the front end of our project very simplistic and allowed my team members to jump right into project development. I used Bootstrap cards for the main organizational method of our website's features, as you can see in this short clip. I also set up the connection from our front end and back end to our database using Firebase Cloud Store, allowing my teammates to use the data from our API to create our project features. For personal project contributions, I took charge as the coding lead and created our project's initial template as well as its design, color palette, and UI during stage 1. I also supported my team members individually by assisting with tasks like feature testing and securing our login and backend requests. I also helped structure a lot of the logic for our backend and the utilization of functions we had available from our API. I worked with Kyle to ensure requests were proxied through our backend, and I managed most of the Trello board cards and tasks, breaking the project down into clear, digestible goals for my team members. As for some of the deeper project contributions, I developed most of the initial two major features being the portfolio recommendation form and news filtering / news inbox. I created the algorithms for sorting stocks, ETFs, and etc. based on user preferences for or against different risk levels, beliefs and disbeliefs in different industries such as fossil fuels, gambling, arms, and more, as well as notifications for those users. In my individual plan, I anticipated being responsible for setting up our project's technical foundation and guiding my team through our project stages, giving them the best chance for success. I completed the setup for our project's initial skeleton, features, routes, and connections on schedule. During core development, I assisted my security lead with authentication and securing data storage, as well as listening to my testing lead and helping with creation of tests for the features I partook in making. Beyond developing, I took lead in code reviews and scrum meetings with my team, fulfilling my roles by enforcing good practices and supporting onboarding and debugging. I believe overall I exceeded my anticipated expectations by remaining dependable and helping to improve my team's productivity. Reflecting on the initial stages, I believe I could have given more creative liberty to my team members to lead our project features and direction. However, I believe my teammates were very adaptable and proved to be able to work in any conditions. For some final thoughts and things I will take away from this project, I believe playing my roles has taught me how essential early planning and detailed outlines are to a successful project. Another note I have is how one-on-one sessions with my project members allowed me to grow as both a developer but also as a leader by improving my communication skills and ability to guide or onboard others. I had a lot of fun creating this project and working with my team members, and am grateful for the opportunity I had because of my team and my professor. This concludes my presentation.